Happy New Year. I can't figure out. I totally forgot to do this last week, but I totally don't know why I don't have a camera. But that's okay. We'll make it work. Y'all don't need to see my ugly mug anyway. That isn't what makes this show. This doesn't make this show go. We've got a ton of football to talk about. It is Super Wild Card Weekend, and college playoffs are in full swing. The first or the quarterfinal rounds just happened. We're on to the semifinals. We have 5 days straight of NFL football coming up. Hot damn. We got a game Thursday night. We got a game Friday night. We got 2 games Saturday night. We got 3 triple header on a Sunday. Perfection. And then how about a Monday night football game? Hallelujah. We are dialed in, and not to mention NHL is in full swing. MLB moves are happening all over the place. Guys are being signed off waivers, trades, Japanese players coming over. Holy shit, who's going to sign where? So many names still on the board. So much craziness still to happen. NFL drafts slots are in. We'll probably talk more about that next week. We've got college basketball. Conference play has started. So before the boys hop on, we're definitely getting Bobby. I'm pretty sure we're getting Chance. I don't know about Jason. He is currently at the Ohio State Nebraska game. That game is going to be wild. Super pumped for the college basketball season. My Georgia Dogs got a huge victory over the weekend. Was super pumped about it. Super pumped about it. We beat Auburn finally. Auburn has kind of handled us for the last 3 years, but Auburn's kind of handled everybody for the last 3 or so years. So to be able to go out and get a W was absolutely massive. Trying to pull up scores now from the last week. I did watch some of the games last week, but like I said, I've been so dialed in on football. And then I had, obviously, it's New Year's. Was with my girlfriend for New Year's, so pretty pumped. And now my internet is taking an absolute dump at the worst possible time. You could have done this at 1 o'clock today, but you've decided now to do this. Why? Why do you do this? Okay, here we go. Now we're dialed in here. All right. So let's go back to the week that was, kind of go through it. Like I said, Jason is not here right now. Okay? So hopefully he'll be on later. But we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. Monday night, we had some good games. The one that I watched that I was really interested in, see if I can find it. Let me look. Sorry, guys. I should have wrote these down, but I didn't. That's on me. Oh, here we go. Southern Illinois against Murray State was actually a low-key banger. I was doing some betting the other day and decided to put some money down on this game, and I mean, it was a hell of a game. Had me on the edge of my seat. Like these games, some of these games are amazing. St. Peter's, Fairfield, another game that I kind of bumped into. We got some games starting up here soon tonight. Tuesday night had some decent games, nothing crazy. Wyoming got a big win over Air Force. I bet on Air Force, so kind of bummed me out, but it is what it is. I watched the highlights of this game. I didn't. The next 2 games I'm about to tell you about. Temple and Charlotte. That was a 3-point finish. That was a hell of a game. Hell of a finish there. Davidson and Duquesne went 2 overtimes. Good Lord. I watched the highlights of that game. It was like a 38-minute video. Oh my goodness. Any basketball video that goes over 30 minutes is a long-ass highlight video. Okay. Let me just break it down to you. Louisville, huge win over a hot California on Tuesday night. Cal's been rolling. Louisville has very, very good defense. And Cal they couldn't overcome it. Cal had a really good first half, but Louisville just stumped them in that second half. Notre Dame, big win over Stanford. Sophia was pissed about that. Chance, I'm sure he'll probably tell you, was stoked. Gonzaga, close game against San Diego. San Diego's not bad. Chance, brother, welcome to it.
What's up, buddy?
How we doing, man?
Not too bad.
Not too bad. Well, before I'm diving into some college basketball because I don't think, unfortunately, we're gonna have Jason on the show tonight because he is at the Ohio State and Nebraska game, which that's a huge game. But how'd you feel about Notre Dame getting a big win over Stanford Tuesday night? Yeah, Tuesday night. Beat my girlfriend's favorite team.
I haven't really watched it.
Haven't really watched it. But how was your New Year's, though?
Wasn't too bad.
Wasn't too bad. You just glad to be off the double time, triple time craziness that was?
Well, I'm not glad to be off that. That's a lot of money.
But it's a pretty rough schedule, especially like you live
for 6 weeks out of the year.
Yeah, and you live in Indiana, so the conditions on the road aren't exactly pristine all the time.
No.
I've been there obviously a few times. Is it still as windy as it was the last time I was there? Is it still windy everywhere because it's so damn flat?
Events sometimes, but Terre Haute is ranks for high ground, so we got a lot of hills. We're not very flat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't miss it. It's been windy here the last few days, and I'm just going, what, why? We're like just outside the Appalachian Mountains. Like, why is it so damn windy here all the damn time? But no, I'm glad you had a good New Year's and a good Christmas. Virginia Tech got a big triple overtime win over Virginia, 95-85. I didn't get a chance to watch the highlights of this game or this game in full. But a good win. Clemson, close win over Syracuse. Trying to see. Hey, Longwood got a W. There you go. 82-70. Longwood is now 9-7. Look out. Longwood could take off on a run. A chance. I know St. Louis, 13-1.
Yeah, the Billikens.
Yeah, they're hot. They're hot. They got a big game this week, but they're hot. They're a hot team.
It's basically all Indiana State kids.
Really?
Yeah, that's where the coach went after that one good year that they had.
Fair enough.
I think Indiana State offered him like $1 million, and St. Louis said, "Here's $5 million."
Jeez. Yeah, I know which one I would take.
Yeah.
Michigan got a 30-point win over ranked USC. That game kind of showed everybody just how good that team's going to be this year. Stanford got a win on Friday over Louisville. Nebraska beat Michigan State. Now, I know this is the game Jason wanted to talk about. Nebraska remains undefeated. Obviously, they go to Ohio State tonight. This was a hell of a game. No one could really get any kind of offense. Defense was crazy in this game. Watched a little bit of it. Couldn't watch all of it, but, it was physical, back-and-forth game. And then Cal got a win over your Notre Dame Fighting Irish, 72-71 on Friday night. It was a 4-point play to kind of end the game, and he hit his free throws to do it. I talked about Georgia beating Auburn on Saturday. Alabama beat Kentucky, Virginia over NC State. We're kind of starting to see where everyone fits in for the college basketball slate. Now, my kind of top games of the week here, and Chance, I know what you really want to talk about, and we will get to it as soon as I'm done here. Promise? All right. Tuesday night, which when this airs on YouTube will be tonight, so happy Tuesday to everybody. My kind of top games for Tuesday night, number 20 Louisville will be at home against number 6 Duke. They're giving Louisville kind of the slight edge on the betting front, but they're missing their star freshman point guard, Michael Brown Jr. He's projected to at least be a lottery pick, maybe even a top 5 pick. If he stays in college, they project him as a top 5. So we'll see if he's a one and done. And then, Cameron Boozer, my gosh, he is going insane. 23 points this year on average. Looking for another masterclass if I'm a Duke fan from him to take over the game. Louisville's got a strong defense, though. So, but I think it's going to be tough without their point guard. He's kind of facilitated all year for them and really been a great playmaker for Louisville. Florida plays my Georgia Dogs. It'll be another great test for Georgia. Florida, obviously, the reigning and defending champions. UJ leads the nation in scoring and blocks. Didn't know that till Saturday. It's how much I've been watching the games, just haven't really been paying attention. Chance, I know you haven't been paying much attention at all. Once the football kind of dies down, maybe we'll venture over there, but we also got hockey to look at. So, Olympics coming up soon. But I will say Florida, a great rebounding team, and they've got some pretty good three-point shooting. And like you said, defending champs, they're at home. They're favored by 9.5, so we'll see. Should be a good game. And then...
Really?
Huh?
I said, really?
Really, really. Houston's at home. What'd you say, Bobby?
Flashback. I said flashback. That was a good song. 10 years ago.
Houston at home against Texas Tech. Texas Tech with that elite scoring duo, JT Toppin and Christian Anderson. They've been elite all season so far. Look for them to make a big impact. Say that.
Obi Toppin's brother. Are they not related? It's not a common name.
It's really not. You see two Toppins, you're like, hey, here we go.
Yeah, it's not like it's Smith.
Yeah, I wonder how often he gets asked that. Like, hey, is that your brother?
Yeah, I'd ask you.
I would definitely ask if I ever met him.
100%.
Get him on the show. Need him on the show. First question: are you related?
Oh no! All right, we'll see you.
Yep. All right. The fuck back to Texas Tech. Houston's defense though is holding opponents to 60 points a game. Say that again.
So feel free to log off anytime now. I just have one question for you.
Oh man. Houston holding opposing offenses to 60 points per game. It's top 5 in the nation. It's pretty fucking good. So what'll win out in that game, we'll see. Wednesday night, Virginia Tech, after their monumental 3 overtime win over their rival Virginia, will take on Stanford at home. Good non-ranked matchup, 2 12-3 teams. Virginia Tech's been battling some injuries, kind of maxed it with their bigs up front who've kind of controlled the glass, and their three-point shooting has been insane. They're right behind Stanford, who's a top three-point shooting team in the nation. They're like, I think they're like top 10 and the other one's top 15, so pretty even matchup. Could be raining threes, and don't forget about that 7'1" center that Stanford has. The undefeated Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's just getting good at everything, guys. Like, the days of us saying that Vanderbilt is just a baseball school, I think have ended, because they had a great season, went bowling this year, close to a playoff appearance in football, and now they're off to
in the bowl game.
Huh?
They got humiliated in the bowl game.
They did get humiliated by Iowa in the bowl game. That is also true. But they still made it. There's a lot of teams that didn't. Vanderbilt 14-0 will take on number 13 Alabama. Both teams are top 10 at scoring. And Vanderbilt loves forcing turnovers. That is how they live. They love pressuring teams to make the plays. And if you make any kind of mistake, they're going to turn the ball over, fast break points. And Alabama has struggled this year with turning the ball over, but they've masked it by coming back down and nailing three-point shots. They outscore their problems. It's been a thing for the better part of 3 years. Vanderbilt is going to look to kind of hold that, get turnovers, and make them pay for it. Thursday night, only really one great game. that I would kind of look at. It's Gonzaga against Santa Clara. Gonzaga, great interior defense. That's how they control games, is their interior defense, and offense is great on the inside. And Santa Clara is just going to let it fly. They love shooting threes. One of the highest percentage of shooting threes, not making threes, but shooting threes. Obviously, they've been making it. Shooter shoot, and they got a bunch of them. They're 13-4. We'll see how they hold up against a top 10 team. And then Friday, we're looking at Bowling Green and Akron, a little action on a Friday night. No one's going to be watching because we're all going to be watching the Friday night college game. But I mean, if you're not into college football and you want to watch some quality college basketball, both teams are one of the top defenses in the MAC. They're actually top 100 in the country in defenses, and Akron leads the all-time series 46-28 over Bowling Green. So Bowling Green going to look to bring it back one closer.
MAC is good basketball.
Yep.
It's overlooked. It's a nice, good basketball.
Oh, yeah. And then Saturday, chance roots for this team. Indiana Hoosiers will have Nebraska. Indiana has a bolstering offense led by Lamar Wilkerson. Nebraska's interior defense are holding opponents under to 50% inside the paint. And then both teams are dealing with a few key injuries. Chance, I know you haven't watched much college basketball. Have you had any chance to watch your Hoosiers go out there and play some ball?
I did at the beginning of the year when they were playing Helen Keller and Sisters of the Blind.
Sisters of the Blind.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll start watching them more now that they're getting into Big Ten play. I think they'll find a lot about who they are when they start the Big Ten play.
Yeah, and Jason's going to have a lot to tell us about Nebraska probably in a week because he's watching them.
Boots on the ground.
Yeah, he's boots on the ground. We got boots on the ground first time in a while. We got boots on the ground here. Miami plays Georgia Tech. Tech's great interior defense pretty much against Miami's electric post play. They have electric one-on-one play, so we'll see what matches up better, what wins out in that matchup. And then kind of round it out, Iowa State will take on Oklahoma State. Iowa State number 3 in the nation. Oklahoma State has struggled turning the ball over this year. We'll see if that comes up to bite them in the ass in this one. Iowa State 9-0 at home. But Iowa State has allowed 65 points per game, which leads their conference, which in this day and age of college basketball, honestly, isn't a lot. Obviously, I only ran through a couple games. There are a bunch of phenomenal games out there that are going on right now in college basketball, not just the ones I read off, but those are the ones I'm probably going to be eyeing down.